It's day 19. We're recording,
19.
and Anne is like angry knitting.
I am angry knitting. I'm just angry everything.
Okay, let's pause for a moment and let me acknowledge that I tend to let a curse word fly every once in a while, and whatever. But you do not. You do
Nope.
not. You don't swear. You're very proper. And so
Nope.
it is a thing. It's a thing to take notice when you say, "What the crap did I just do?"
That's as hostile as I get, as I allow myself.
But-
No, we became very strict anti-swearing policy in my house growing up.
Yes.
I never heard my mother swear. My mom heard my grandpa swear one time. They stepped out of a store and a bird pooped on his hat. And he said, "Damn." And like as a child, that just shocked my mother to no end that her dad said that.
He didn't even use the right swear word.
Well, exactly. And it was, I mean, that would have been in the late 40s. So that had more weight back then.
Oh,
And
yes.
now it's like a Midland kind of cuss word, people don't even think about that one anymore. But back then it was like, yeah. So I just never picked up on it.
Yeah.
It just was and then it became a thing, you become like a high school kid and you have all these different identifiers that people are like, that's Anne, she's this, that's her, she's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's Anne, she never swears. And so then I was like, I guess I'm Anne, I never swear. And that became my thing. So yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So if I say crap, I mean it.
So you were having a little moment of angry knitting.
I was.
And to be fair,
I'm doing my sleeve. Okay. I'm on the sleeve still. I showed it yesterday. I'm doing the sleeve. So I have to do the decreases along the underarm line, right? But I'm also doing lace.
Yeah.
So it's like when you get to a certain point, you can't carry on the lace pattern.
Right.
And so I just dealt with something between our two filmings where I accidentally, on the last two repeats, I was slanting it the wrong way. So I had to undo that and redo it the right way. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just supposed to be doing a plain round, and I started and it looked like I'd already done a plain round, but really it was because I'd gotten to the point where I couldn't do the lace anymore.
Right.
So even before.
And if you're a newer knitter, you will learn to read your knitting. Reading your knitting is important so that you can see what's what when you pick it up, especially if, in fairness to you, yours has been in timeout a little while. So you're kind of just getting back in the groove of that.
Well, no, it wasn't even that. It was that I read my knitting and I was like, wait, I should be doing lace and I'm not. And then I got angry and then I was like, no, for that one repeat, you couldn't fit all the lace. So you had to do it. I was
trying to cut you some slack, Anne. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt there. Okay.
I don't cut anyone slack, let alone myself. I need a nap, Jana.
We both need a nap.
Yeah, we're having a weird day, guys. Sorry.
That's okay.
But Jana, you were saying, well, in between recording, that you would leave Wyoming to go.
Our people. Well, we were talking about our people traveling and how, airport and all that and just travel. And I'm like, I mean, there's a couple of reasons I would go to the East Coast. I mean, there's things to see. I get it. There's things to see. I mean, obviously the things, like I have been to Washington, D.C. before. I've been to the Lincoln Memorial, the Jefferson, is that a memorial or a monument? I don't remember what it's called.
Monument, I think.
I've been.
That's the one I haven't been to. I have not been to that one.
I've seen the Vietnam Wall.
Okay.
Memorial. I've been to the reflection pond thing.
Mm-hmm.
The day that we were there, we had a limited amount of time. And so I wasn't able to see as much as I might have wanted to in the Smithsonian. And I mean, you could spend days just that.
Absolutely. The place is huge. Yeah. Multiple buildings. Yeah. So,
I mean, there's some cool stuff I wouldn't mind revisiting there, but New York City, I don't really feel what would I need to see in New York? That would be I mean, really.
So
Big buildings.
There's the museums with like some of the art that you have only seen in books or movies or whatever is there in those museums.
That's true.
No, so that's incredible. And then the architecture is amazing. And yeah.
But what I said that made you laugh was that I want to go to the East Coast so I can go eat lobster in Maine. I just want to go eat lobster.
And yeah, I think that's probably
like fresh lobster, not the lobster you would find at a restaurant in the in the Rocky Mountains that's been, like flash frozen or shipped here or whatever.
Right.
I want to go have like a cheesy lobster roll, like authentic with the like puff pastry stuff and whatever. I mean, I just dream about that. I've never had one.
Okay, a lobster roll out here.
Maybe I don't understand what a lobster roll is.
A lobster roll out here is a roll, like a bread, like a giant hot dog bun, but crusty, like a little bit of crustiness. Not super crusty because you have to be able to bite it, but just there is a crust all the way around, as opposed to a hot dog bun that is not on the side.
Okay,
so it's that kind of thing sliced with lobster. And there might be mayonnaise, or it might just be lobster, and that's it. There's no cheese. Have you been thinking there's cheese this whole time? That there's cheese on a lobster roll? There's no cheese in a lobster roll. It's just lobster.
I'm so disappointed.
I mean, you could get some cheese. New England also has cheese. You could have it with the lobster roll. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jana.
Why mayonnaise?
Why not?
Because
they don't all have mayonnaise. I'm just saying, like, there are, like, some of them have like a mayonnaise. Some of them are just really just lobster in a roll.
I just want garlic butter then.
Okay, so just get a lobster. Just get a lobster. And then you get to crack it open and get it comes with tools. You get to tools to crack it and pick it out. And
Well, I mean, I've eaten lots of Dungeness crab that way.
I was thinking of
on the West Coast.
Crabs in dungeons, as you said that. Dungeness crabs.
I have eaten
a lot
of Dungeness crab that I've caught myself on the Oregon coast.
Nice. Yes. Yeah. So same idea, just lobster.
Yeah. Where you really just want lemony, garlicky butter sauce.
Yeah. It's just, it's like I will eat. There's very few fish I will eat, but one of the things I will eat is a clam roll because it's deep fried clam and it has tartar sauce, and it's basically just a conveyance for tartar sauce.
Isn't that like a fritter, like a clam fritter kind of thing?
No, they're like, the clams are like individually dipped in the batter and individually fried. So it's like little bits and pieces.
Oh, that's just like clam strips.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Again, in a roll with tartar sauce.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I'll eat that. I'll eat clam chowder.
Yeah, I don't really care for clams.
I haven't had a lobster since I was like 12 or 13.
Well, all right. That's what we have to do then.
Do we? You can have mine. I'll have something else. I just stopped eating them because I realized I just liked the garlic butter and I didn't really like the lobster. So.
Okay.
So, but we can still, there's restaurants we can still go to together.
Like,
you can have lobster or not.
I don't really care about New York that much. I just want to go and sit at a restaurant with a big window overlooking the bay and eat lobster, garlicky, buttery things.
I just think it's hilarious that that's the thing that would get you out here is lobster. Maybe. I mean, no offense. No offense to anyone working in the fishing industry, the lobster industry, just like that's the thing, like lobster. Okay. We can do it.
And that was Maine. I said Maine.
That's Maine. Yep.
Yeah, Maine. Yeah.
Also a not very populated place. I mean, if we go to Portland, the coast, like the southern coast, lots of people. And there are towns around.
I would like to see the lighthouses in Maine.
Yeah.
Lighthouses and lobster.
The lighthouses and lobster tour.
And knitting. That's all. Let's do that.
That's all. Okay.
Okay.
We can do that.
Hooray.
That's
okay,
fine.
so here's what else I want to talk about today.
Okay.
I mean, we do have an interview. We'll get to that in a second. But we are a board game family, and I know you are too.
Yes.
Do we have a tradition going back several years since my kids were little, actually, that we would try to buy a new family board game each year. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting harder. It seemed easier when they were little because there was the classics, Battleship.
Yeah.
Clue. And so we built our game cupboard of the classics, of course, Clue, Battleship, Scrabble, right?
Right.
Jenga. That's funny, especially when the kids were little. So what now? Do you know of any good board games that have come out in the last, say, 4 or 5 years that we should be looking at? And
I don't offhand. And it's funny you bring this up because I was literally thinking about this morning about how I haven't gotten us a board game yet this year.
A new game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did buy Catan. Or Catan. I don't know how you say it. I think it's Catan because I watched an interview with the inventor.
Okay.
And that's how he said it. So we'll go with that. But we haven't learned how to play it yet because I was waiting for the older one to come home from college. Then we could all sit down and learn how to set it up together. So I do have
my family wouldn't go for that one because it's too long. So I couldn't, we can't do Catan type games.
It's too long. It's not as long as Monopoly, from what I understand.
Isn't it one of those, people have parties to play this and it goes on forever?
Well, maybe they play more than one round.
Maybe. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Okay.
Maybe I need to reevaluate Catan.
And we like Unstable Unicorns. That's funny.
Right. And that's what we've been doing in the most recent years is we've been buying different card game type games.
Oh, you know what maybe we should do is I have always wanted to learn how to play Mahjong, properly.
Oh, yeah.
My grandmother she and her friends would meet once a week and they would play Mahjong. I don't mean the electronic version where it's just a matching game.
No, there's there's real rules to it.
I mean the proper Mahjong with the Yeah. I think that would be fun to learn how to do that.
That would be fun. That's a good idea.
Do you know how to play? Do you know how to play canasta?
No, but I love that name. And I love that old people play canasta. I just think that that's beautiful.
Pardon me. Okay.
If you're playing it before you're old, that's okay. Oh, that's fine. But that's the stereotype is old people getting together and playing canasta.
Oh, I thought that was bridge.
Oh, that too. But I feel like canasta is the sassy old people play canasta.
Well, maybe so. So we play canasta and it's a little fierce in our house. Yeah. And my mother, she's a grumbler. And I know she'll watch this and she knows it too.
We love you, Jana's mom.
We do. Her name is Carol. And she'll draw her cards and she'll be under her breath and and my kids are like, Nana, you're grumbling.
Behave, Nana.
It's fierce. She is very competitive. She probably doesn't admit that, but she is. We all are to an extent, I think. But canasta, I learned how to play canasta from my grandmother as a child. And then we taught the kids how to play when they were probably 8 and 10, 9, 11-ish. We taught the kids to play. So they know how now. And that's pretty fun, actually.
Nice.
Scrabble.
I can't knit any further because I have to think more about the lace and I don't want to start ranting again.
Okay.
So
Scrabble is good. Have you played Bananagrams?
Yes, that one's fun.
Bananagrams is
I
good.
like Bananagrams. That's been around for a long time.
Well, I'm slow on the uptake,
Yeah. But I heard about that one when we lived in Arizona, when the kids were little.
Yeah, it's like making your own Scrabble board individually.
Yeah. You don't need a board. You just play. Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't play on other people's words is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, you're building off your own hand.
Do you still do the Wordle every day?
No, I gave that up a long time ago. I just didn't have time. Yeah, I just don't have time.
It only takes like 5 minutes.
I know, but it's mental energy and whatever.
I like to sit with my coffee with the Wordle.
That's smart.
Before I go out in the morning, before I go out to do chores,
yeah. Do your
and
Wordle.
then yes, and then at some point during the day I do the Quordle.
That one was really fun while I was doing Quordle. I enjoyed that one.
I do the Quordle because I have a friend in a neighboring town. We text each other the results every day and we can.
How'd you do?
How'd you do?
Brilliant.
Yes. So
yeah, so if anyone has any game board suggestions, we need them.
Yeah. Good to know.
Soon.
Because we have teenagers and then we like to play board games on solstice.
Nice. Yeah.
And then
you're really short on time then, because that's like
I know. We'll probably drag out Catan and read the rules for that for solstice. I think
that makes sense.
Yeah. And then maybe we'll do something else for Christmas Eve and or New Year's Eve. We'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So do you want to open day 19?
Sure.
Okay.
Day 19. There.
I feel like once we get past 18, it's a downhill slope to Christmas because
it feels really fast.
It's a week.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, for most of that's pretty.
So
that's like a dusty, ooh.
So this is, again, Laxdale. This is mauve.
Mauve?
Mauve.
We're tired.
Yeah, so it's like a nice mid shade like that. Huh?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
So we got one more yarn coming tomorrow, and then we'll see the pattern for it. So exciting stuff. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Pretty Laxdale colors.
Okay. All right. You want to see the sticker?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yesterday we were in Texas. Well, like half an hour ago.
Okay. Show me the sticker. So we were in Texas yesterday. Oh, New Orleans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these later people too, like we interviewed them more recently. So I'm remembering where people lived.
Yeah. As in the last 2 weeks, not 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now that's a cool business card. Look at that.
That is pretty.
This is from Terra at Mitchell's Creations.
She was fun to talk with. So pretty.
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
I know there's a glare from the light, but
that's okay. We can see it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Wow. So this is her. Ooh, I'm gonna butcher that. Okay. Look at the name starts with L.
Lagniappe sock mini.
I don't know how you say that, but there you go.
Lagniappe.
Anyway, this is her Mardi Gras Aftermath colorway. And it's 75-25 merino nylon, 93 yards.
Nice.
Yes. Woo.
Beautiful. Oh, speaking of, let's see some blanket progress there, cool. Miss May.
Okay. Still working on it.
Oh, so big now.
It is getting big.
Yeah.
And you can see the lighter pink part starting. And then my next skein after the one I'm knitting right now is this one. So.
Ooh, pretty. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, this has been a good, just back and forth. I like it. But I do appreciate the eyelet row on occasion. It kind of keeps you entertained without being taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without having to stop and start yelling at your knitting like I do.
What the crap? All right. Okay. Well, you enjoy your Sunday.
Thanks.
And
Monday.
Oh, yeah. I get confused when we pre-record a day so that we can have Sundays off.
Yeah.
I get confused when we're coming back.
Sunday and Monday on the same day. Yeah. So this is for Monday. Enjoy your Monday.
All right.
Okay.
Talk to you later. Bye. Good morning. We're here today with Tara Mitchell of Mitchell's Creations in New Orleans. Welcome.
Hi, Terra.
Hi.
Welcome. So it's been super fun to get to know different dyers from my India Entangled Advent box. It's been a lot of fun to unwrap the skeins each time. And I'm curious, we've been asking almost everybody how you got started as a yarn dyer. Because it seems so fun, but I know that I would fall down the rabbit hole of that and probably never do anything else. How did you get started?
It was really a hobby for myself. I really didn't know anything about indie dyed yarn, but I watched a lot of podcasts, and podcasters used it. But it was a certain pattern, a knit along I was doing, and I wanted to use indie dyed yarn for it.
Right.
But I guess I kind of knew what a local yarn store was, but not really. But I found what was considered my local yarn store, but it was like 40 plus miles away, so it's not really local. But
well, in Wyoming, that's local. I'm just saying, in Wyoming, that's not. For you though, in the city, that's quite a ways.
Well, the country. So yes, I'm not in New Orleans. I'm in like the country part of Louisiana. So yeah, nothing's really local to us. So local is driving 30 plus miles to get what. But I didn't see anything that I really wanted. So, and I didn't want to use like knit picks or anything. So I bought a pack of yarn and I think like 3 or 4 dye powders. And tried something. I think I dyed 4 skeins.
Okay.
It worked. And I don't even think I was on it. I might have just got on Instagram at the time.
Okay.
I was pretty good, and I think I posted it and people started asking where did I get it from. So it kind of started from there.
And you're like, well, I made that. Thank you.
I made this.
That's wonderful.
That's great. So as you're dyeing and coming up with different colorways, where do you look for your inspiration?
A lot of times I just want to see what different colors will do together. Like one of the colors that I dyed when I first dyed was Zombie Butterfly. And it's like a speckled colorway where I thought I was speckling. I was speckling, but it wasn't crisp speckle, so they kind of bled, but it was black, golden yellow, and not black, gray, a golden yellow, and magenta. So they kind of mixed together. And I didn't like it when I first did it. But after it dried, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And looking at yarn, I hadn't seen anything like that. I mean, granted, I didn't look a lot for any dye yarn, and I also couldn't realize why people would pay what they paid for it.
Oh,
when you couldn't see it, now I get it.
Right.
But
yeah.
Looking at it online, I was like, why do people pay this for this? We're gonna try it and see what happens. So
yeah.
But yeah, most of the time it's just playing around with color. Now I will see something that might catch my eye, and I'll try to pick the colors out and dye it. But most of the time it's just me seeing what works together in my own head.
Nice. So you're just experimenting and seeing how that all happens. Yes. Yeah. So tell us about the Unicorn of the Month Club. Now, you mentioned something just now about zombie butterflies. So this is intriguing because you've got some like cool terms like zombies and unicorns. And I wouldn't put butterflies and zombies in my head together, but that's intriguing. So tell us about your club.
Well, I wouldn't have done it either with the zombie butterfly, but I was like, well, what's fitting with New Orleans? And zombies just came to mind for some reason. But I was like, it looked like like how butterflies look in a way. So I just put it together. But the Unicorn of the Month Club, well, I have dyed unicorns for maybe a year and a half. And it's really time consuming to dye because I dye the ends first. And then I dye the middles, which is the unicorn, which is the rainbow part of it.
Oh, okay.
And I used to do pre-orders for them.
Right.
Anyway, since it's taking so much time to dye, and I was like, well, maybe this year instead of just putting them out, because sometimes I might get like 100 skeins of unicorn, and while I love my unicorns, I don't want to dye 100 skeins of unicorns. So let me do one colorway or two a month, kind of fitting with the month, with the end color.
Right.
And we'll Unicorn of the Month Club, and you get like a stitch marker and a tea or a treat.
Okay.
And
nice.
It's been successful. I got to do this last month, and I'm still trying to figure out what to do for the last month of the Unicorn of the Month Club.
That sounds like a lot of fun. We'll put links to everything down below in the video description so people can click over and see what that's all about and how they can sign up. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, Terra, we are asking all of our interviewees this next question because knitters are so good at multitasking, right? Like we have our hands busy, but we want to keep our minds busy. So we tend to listen to audiobooks or watch a streaming show or something as we're knitting. And so we were wondering if you have any recommendations for our viewers.
Oh, that's a good one. What I listen to kind of depends on how I'm feeling for the day, or if I need some motivation for the day. But I'm a huge crime mystery podcast. I don't know. It's something about us makers. We seem to like crime mystery.
It is a common answer.
Oh my gosh! We have been a little surprised this season about all the knitters and independent dyers are like, oh yeah, I like the true crime, and they've watched all this like scary stuff.
Yeah, what else do I listen to? The crime. And if it's a good series on Netflix or Hulu, I'll watch it while I work, but one or two things happen. Either I watch the series and not work, or work and have to go rewatch the series.
Right.
It's the Wednesday from the Addams Family on Netflix. So that's what I'm trying to watch and work with right now.
Okay. That's a lot of fun. So what's coming up for Mitchell's Creations in 2023?
Honestly, I don't know.
That's okay.
I'm really not. I try to plan, but I don't really plan.
You're creative.
Right. Only thing I really have on the calendar is Zombie Apocalypse in Minnesota in June.
Oh, tell us about
maybe
that.
A few. Last year was my first year going in person. I think they've had it for a couple of years, and it's a retreat, and it was pretty cool. And I think the first time I was scheduled to go, COVID hit, so they did it online, and it was even enjoyable online to go. And then next year, I didn't make it because of schooling issues with my son due to COVID issues.
Right.
It's finally third time's the charm, I guess. And I finally got to go, but I really enjoyed going. It was a long drive though, but I made it.
Yeah.
Did drive again in 2023.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I have another question. I see some of the yarns you have in the background there, and I wondered if you have anything in front of you that you can show us, like some of your favorites. Or you can just grab a few things if you want, because you have some things back there that are intriguing. Show us a few things that are your favorites, maybe. So what is it about New Orleans and zombies? What's the deal with that?
Nothing really. That was just me in my mind. That I just zombies and New Orleans went together. Which they do have like a zombie run or like some kind of zombie event thing, but in my mind it just went together for some reason. I guess everybody always thinks New Orleans is like creepy or ghostly when you think when I think about it, listening to some of the stories if you go down that rabbit hole. But that was totally me.
Okay. Show us some of your favorites.
So this is actually the zombie butterfly.
Oh, wow. That's gorgeous.
I don't know, it just reminded me of a butterfly, but I was like, butterfly is too cute to call it that. And when I first died, I really didn't like it. So I was like, well, let's just call it zombie butterfly.
That is not what I imagined a zombie butterfly would look like. That's beautiful.
That's lovely.
Thank you. Here too at a unicorn. This is clearly unicorn. It just has a white end. But they work really well.
That's definitely like My Little Pony vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, from the 80s?
Yeah. They work really well for like the plant fooling. Or science things. And then this is psychedelic unicorn.
Woo! That's cool. I'll bet that's a lot of fun to make.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one I wanted to try tie-dye because I went down the tie-dye rabbit hole. So I was like, well, what does it look like to tie-dye yarn? So this is like tie-dye yarn.
That's cool.
Beautiful.
And then this is my favorite. It's labor intensive to dye because it's like 12 layers of color. But
wow.
I try to keep some of my names named after things in New Orleans. So this was part of the CBD collection, which is the Central Business District in New Orleans. And Magazine Street was one of the places. So I called it Magazine.
It's beautiful.
That's lovely.
Thank you. And here's another that I named after. It's parasols. And believe it or not, I really do not like bright color. I'm not a bright color girl, but I seem to dye all the bright colors.
Wow. That's so
what was that one called again? I didn't catch it.
Parasol.
Parasol, like parasol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
And this is one of the more popular ones, crab and corn bisque.
What's that one called?
Crab and corn bisque.
Okay. Nice.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Gorgeous.
Yes. Wow. Those are amazing.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
And now, Jana, now you have to wait. We filmed these ahead of time. So we had those teasers. You got to wait like 2 more weeks until you get to see what yours is.
I know. Until we're pre-recording. So I won't have your mini skein until the 19th. So.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited. Terra, thank you for joining us today. It's been delightful to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Terra. Good, very good to meet you.
And we'll put all the links to your shop and your social media in the video description down below so people can click over and see about the Unicorn Club for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.